What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video where we will take a look at the latest reports surrounding Mason Mount, who could be a big transfer target for Liverpool in the summer. He could be a great box-to-box midfielder signing for Jurgen Klopp. I think we should prioritize Jude Bellingham, and the club's priority is Jude Bellingham, but maybe if that transfer fails, maybe if Liverpool won't be able to sign Jude Bellingham, Mason Mount could be a really good alternative, and it could be a lot less expensive than Jude Bellingham. And also we will have some injury updates on Darwin Nunez, as well as some great news surrounding the Liverpool Real Madrid game tomorrow. What is your score prediction? Let me know in the comments below. I will do a more in-depth, detailed preview for that game tomorrow. But the biggest news is that Toni Kroos and Toni Kroos and Tchouaméni is missing from the Real Madrid squad to face Liverpool. They are both sick, and also Modric, who is now 38 years old, he played 90 minutes against Osasuna, where Real Madrid won 2-0 on the weekend, and Liverpool will be licking their lips seeing this depleted Real Madrid squad, because they don't also have a proper left back. Their first and second choice left backs are both injured, so it will be a little bit of a depleted Real Madrid team going up against an improving Liverpool side. Still, I think Real Madrid are huge favourites to go through in the tie, but if Liverpool could get a favourable scoreline, maybe if we beat Real Madrid by 1 or 2 goals, we would have a great chance of going through. And I think it will be huge whether Liverpool can defend this Real Madrid team. We can always score goals because we will create, I think, chances, and Jurgen Klopp said that Darwin Nunez has a chance to feature against Real Madrid depending on how much pain he has in his shoulder. That means he's not out for 2 to 4 weeks with a really bad shoulder injury. He just has a lot of pain in his shoulder. So Jurgen Klopp said if the pain goes down a little bit, or if maybe the doctors can do something about that pain, then Darwin Nunez could feature for Liverpool. But now let's talk about this Mason Mount news, because the Athletic's David Nornstein, a very reliable and reputable journalist, has said something very interesting around Mason Mount's contract talks. He said that Liverpool is the likeliest suitor to pounce on this situation because Chelsea put any contract talks with Mason Mount on hold until the summer. They tried to extend Mason Mount's contract. He wanted a lot of money, and then Chelsea said let's now just wait until the season is finished and we will sit down again. So Ornstein confirmed that several offers have been put to Mason Mount by Chelsea, but every single contract offer have been turned down by Mason Mount and his agent. So he acknowledged the rampant speculation linking Mason Mount. I mean, the journalist Ornstein acknowledged the speculation linking Mount with a move away, concluding that most notably Liverpool could attempt to try and price him away from Stamford Bridge. Chelsea's primary focus is rescuing their absolutely disgraceful, awful campaign. After spending £600 million in 2 transfer windows, Chelsea are in 10th place. They lost to bottom of the league Southampton. They missed so many chances. They just don't have an out-and-out goal scorer. Even though they signed so many strikers in the past 2 transfer windows, Chelsea still can't finish their chances. And they are 10 points behind 4th place Newcastle, even after Newcastle lost to Liverpool. So that is very bad, awful from Chelsea. And maybe Mount would want to jump ship after, the Chelsea's season is in absolute turmoil. It's in tatters, they are in crisis. And I think the reason why Chelsea put this contract talks on hold is they tried 3 or 4 times to extend Mason Mount's contract. It all failed, so they said to Mason Mount, you know what, let's get back on this in the summer. Until then, let's just concentrate on the season. And then in the summer, if Mason Mount still rejects Chelsea's offer, then he can go. They will sell him, because in the summer he will only have 1 year left on his contract, and Mason Mount could leave on a very good, moderate transfer fee. His current value is around 60 million pounds, but I think he could be even cheaper than that if he rejects further Chelsea contracts, because then Chelsea risk losing Mason Mount on a free transfer. And David Ornstein also added the debacle of letting a homegrown and very influential star's contract round down will shift a strategy in strategy moving forward. Many Chelsea contracts were put on hold in 2022 with the contract talks during the time Abramovich was selling up. That contributed to the Mason Mount situation. And the report adds that Chelsea want to avoid letting any players enter the final 2 years of their contract in the future, never mind the last year of their contract. So Chelsea's sales of players with 2 years left on their deals could become increasingly common under the new ownership of Todd Bowley and his consortium. So doing so will ensure that Chelsea can extract maximum value in the event they feel they have no option but to sell the player, because either the player is not performing well or if the player is not extending his contract and he wants to leave. And I think this Liverpool-Real Madrid game is fascinating because this is basically Liverpool's biggest chance or only chance to win a trophy this season, the Champions League. So they will go absolutely all out to try and beat Real Madrid, especially after the Champions League final. And Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp said that he rewatched the Real Madrid Champions League final for the first time after losing that final, and it was still a painful watch, but it didn't help Liverpool that it was a final, and maybe they didn't take enough risks in some moments where they should have, because it was a final. And Liverpool actually played really well against Real Madrid. The big difference was Real Madrid scored their one big chance and Liverpool didn't score from their multiple big chances, 3 or 4, because of a world-class Courtois. But I think the battle between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Vinicius Jr. will be key as well, because that's where I think Real Madrid can really hurt Liverpool down the flanks, especially if Trent Alexander-Arnold pumps forward. So whoever plays a right centre midfield will have a crucial role to cover for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I really hope that Bajcetic is able to start this game alongside maybe Henderson and Fabinho. Defensive solidity will be key for Liverpool and not getting done on the counter-attack. I expect Liverpool to dominate the game, to be on the front foot, but Real Madrid on the counter are one of the most dangerous sides in Europe. And Steve Nicol, the ESPN pundit, former Liverpool centre-back who I think won multiple trophies with Liverpool, he said that Trent Alexander-Arnold, when Saint-Maximin started coming inside, because Newcastle were down to 10 men, Trent must have been thinking, thank you very much, because Trent had no idea what's going on, according to Steve Nicol. And that's against a guy who can be good, but Vinicius Jr. is world class, not just a good player. He knows what he's doing, Vinicius Jr. Vinny's got the confidence and the football brain to take advantage of situations against Trent Alexander-Arnold. If he gets as much as the ball as he did against Osasuna, then there could be trouble for Liverpool. And I agree, the Trent will need protection, and he will be required to be on his A game defensively. Trent has to be absolutely spot on defensively in this Liverpool-Real Madrid game, because if he leaves big gaps and we get done on the counter, that will be devastating. I think Liverpool won't be able to score 3, 4, 5 goals against Real Madrid. I really hope they prove me wrong, but Real Madrid's defense and the goalkeeper is still really solid, even though they don't have a proper left back at the moment. They are all injured. But I still think if Liverpool could have a brilliant atmosphere at Anfield, and also if the Liverpool players have to play their perfect game, both home and away from home, to qualify. Jurgen Klopp pointed this out. Real Madrid don't have to play their best game to qualify, because they can sometimes sit back, soak up the pressure, score from their only chance and still go through. And that's what they have done last season. Real Madrid are the kings of Europe. Liverpool are also kings of Europe, but Real Madrid won like literally twice as much Champions League trophies than anybody else in history of the Champions League. So it's going to be a fascinating game, and I'm really looking forward to it. And Luka Modric also said that he's very surprised that Liverpool are so far away from first place in the Premier League, but he said they can also say the same about us at the moment in La Liga, so I'm not saying anything. Seeing the Liverpool squad, we know that at any time they can react and start to come back in the season. I hope it won't be in these two Champions League games against us, but we have to be ready. Despite our league seasons, a Liverpool-Real Madrid match is one of the best shows that the world of football can offer. It's a shame that the draw has led us to playing so early in the competition, because it would have been a great Champions League final. It is normal that absences due to injuries have an impact on matches, but that's not really an excuse for Liverpool, neither the excuse for Real Madrid. We have the players to fight for trophies and titles, and we both believe we can do it. It's the same with the World Cup in Qatar. Perhaps it played a part for both clubs, good or bad, but we are both back at work now and we are improving. Now is the time when you see the most decisive moments in national competitions, so let's see what happens. Everyone is saying that both teams are not going through a good moment, of course, but there is a lot of the season left to play. In terms of this first leg, I think defenses could be the key. I don't see a lot of goals in the match. It will probably be two very even matches, but I see Real Madrid as favourites. We will go to Anfield looking for a victory. With away goals no longer counting double, it makes less difference whether you play home or away first. But I always prefer to have the second leg at home, because at the Bernabeu we have seen so many times how the fans in the stand influence this kind of match. I understand Liverpool will probably be seeking a sporting revenge against us. It is normal after the rough results in European competitions between these two teams, but we will be ready, Luka Modric says. They will be two exciting matches, which is always the case when two great clubs of Spain and England face each other. So we will believe we will go through, of course, but the Liverpool players have to believe that they will go through as well, and I really hope that Liverpool put their best foot forward and play their best game, because we have to be almost perfect to beat Real Madrid home and away and knock them out. I think a win at Anfield is an absolute must, because to win in the Bernabeu against this Real Madrid team is brutally difficult. So let's hope we can put our chances away and beat Real Madrid. I'm really looking forward to it. And Rafael Benitez has claimed that Darwin Nunez reminded him of Fernando Torres in his early days at Liverpool. He's a hard worker, Darwin Nunez. He's always making the runs, doing the right things. After he finished and scored a great goal, the manager will be happy. My feeling is you are watching the game. As a manager, you are really worried. He has the pace to do that, running behind. For you as a manager, he's someone you have to worry about. Then he will finish. When Fernando Torres first came to Liverpool, he struggled with putting chances away. He was a great player, but he wasn't a great finisher. We worked with him, and in time he became the Fernando Torres we knew, and he became a much better finisher. And I think the same will be the case with Darwin Nunez. Once he starts finishing his chances, he will score so many goals, because he gets into so many great positions. And I just hope his shoulder injury is not keeping him out of the Real Madrid game, because Real Madrid don't have a proper left back. So Darwin Nunez on the left wing, with his pace and his running and his energy, would be absolutely a weapon in Liverpool's arsenal. So I really hope that Darwin Nunez can play this Liverpool-Real Madrid game. Jurgen Klopp said we need to play a super game, two super games to be honest, to get through. We need results, that's without a shadow of a doubt. We were in a similar situation directly after the World Cup, 2 wins, but it looks different now. We feel it and we see it. We always work so hard for qualifying to the Champions League, but I really think you have to cherish these moments. It will be a special game. I expect Anfield on their toes, to be honest. They saw us in better shape last 2 games, more things to look forward to. Real Madrid are always super competitive, super difficult to beat, but it makes absolute sense to try it. And there is a chance to see Darwin Nunez in the game. We have to see how he is today, how much pain he has in his shoulder, and then when we know that, we will make a decision. I expect Darwin Nunez to play either as a starting player or as a substitute, maybe with a little bit of painkillers or something. The medical department will try everything to have Darwin Nunez back for this game, because he's one of Liverpool's most informed players. And I think with Jota and Firmino also getting better and better with the match sharpness and fitness. Liverpool have a lot of things to look forward to in the second half of the season. We have a good chance to finish in the top 4 if we put a run of wins together. So this is a platform, the Everton and Newcastle games, that we need to build on. Liverpool defensively still have to improve because Everton and especially Newcastle created too many chances against Liverpool for my liking. Alisson was one of Liverpool's best players. He made like 3 or 4 world-class saves. But as long as Alisson is making those saves, Liverpool have a great chance going forward. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.